Hey guys, welcome back. I was going to actually go and cook out on the boat, but it's too windy today, so I've decided to cook at home. And the dish that I've decided to do also isn't really conducive with cooking out on the boat, because I'm going to do a deep fried. I'm going to do my flathead and the brim. We're going to deep fry it in a beer batter. A little bit different type of a batter though, it's a ginger beer batter. Okay, now it's also going with some triple cooked chips. Now there's a lot of work gone into these chips. There's about 3 different things that I have to do to them before we use them today. Okay, I'm just going to explain what I've done to these chips, and I did that yesterday. So the first thing I need to do is peel them and obviously cut them into chips. Then what we're going to do with them is we're going to put them in boiling water, boiling salted water for 5 minutes only. Now the reason why I do that is to get rid of any starch. So when I put them into the deep fryer, they don't burn. We're going to take them out of the water once your 5 minutes is up, and then we're going to put them straight into running cold water. That also gets rid of the starch, and it also cools them down for the next process. The next process is we put them into the fryer at 140 degrees for approximately 8 minutes, depending on the size of the chip. These chips I did for 8 minutes, and they're absolutely perfect. Then we take them out, we let them cool down, and as you can see, they're nice and white. They haven't got any colour on them whatsoever. And then we put them into the Ziploc bags and we freeze them in portions. Now I do a lot of these chips when I first do these, and I pop them in these bags here, as you can see. Then we're going to cook these at 180 degrees until they're just cooked, and they'll be absolutely beautiful and they'll stay really, really crispy on the plate. Okay, so let's get cracking. So I've already knocked the fillets off both the flathead and the brim yesterday. So first thing I have to do is make the ginger beer batter. Okay, to make the ginger beer batter, it's really, really easy. Just need obviously some ginger beer. This is beautiful Bundaberg ginger beer, which is pretty local really for us because it's only a couple of hours up the road from Noosa. And just open this guy up. Now the way I make it is just I pour in just enough that what I need of the liquid first, so I don't have too much butter left over. And look at all those beautiful, keep it nice and cold, and it's got a great fizz to it, which really gives the lightness in the batter. So next I'm going to add my plain flour, just plain flour goes in, until I get the right consistency of how thick I want it. Look how that's fizzing up, it's great, beautiful. A little bit different than your average normal beer. It just gives it that really nice ginger flavour, almost sort of Asian sort of flavour. And this is how I make my beer batter too, so there's no real difference. It's just flour, beer, and you can put some seasoning in there if you want. So that's sort of getting sort of thick enough, just so it coats the fish. I don't want a heavy batter, I want to be able to taste the fish. Okay, so there we go. Now what will happen is as I leave this to just rest for a little while, the flour will soak up all that liquid, so I might need to add a little bit more ginger beer a little bit later on. Green chilies here, just to give it a little bit of a zing. So I'm sort of tending to go on a little bit of an Asian, sort of down the Asian road a little bit here. And there's just some salt and pepper in here as well. Sorry about the wind guys, it is very, very windy here on the coast today. But at least it's not raining for once. Next thing I'm going to add is some turmeric. As we can see, some ground turmeric. Just gives the batter a really nice colour, not too much. Don't need to add too much. It'll give it a really nice orangey colour. Also turmeric's great for arthritis, which unfortunately I'm full of at the moment. I'm working all the time on my feet as a chef. So yeah, I might even put a little bit more in, just to help them aches and pains this winter. That's ready to go. Right, we're just going to season the flour now with some sea salt and black pepper. It's just plain flour that I've got in here. You could use rice flour if you wanted to too. Yeah, I've just got plain flour in there today. So just put our fillets in there. I've just cut them quite small, the fillets. It's a little bit of flathead going in. Here's the brim, a little bit of brim. Just pop that in there. Now I just lightly season them. I don't want to season them too much. I don't want them too floury or it thickens the batter up. Wow, that's looking so good. Now that chili, just give it a little bit of heat without it being too hot. They're quite mild, they're long green chilies. I'm just going to leave them to marinate in there just for a couple of minutes. Right, to accompany the fish today, we're doing a really simple dressing. Okay, so I've got some Japanese mayonnaise here. Love the old Japanese mayonnaise, it's fantastic. If you're not going to make your own mayonnaise, this stuff's great. It's so easy and it tastes fantastic. I'm just going to put some wasabi in there as well. This is optional, you don't have to put wasabi, but I just get a bit fed up with aiolis and things like that. I just want to do something a little bit different for you guys today. Garlic mayonnaises, everyone's doing them now, so let's just have a bit of a wasabi mayonnaise. A little bit of spice in there, some lime juice. Juice of like a quarter of a lime. I don't need a lot because we're really, it's only really for myself and my wife when she gets back from being outside. I don't know where she is. She'll be upset if she misses out. Then we're just going to put in a little bit of chopped coriander. Going with the chopped coriander. Just mix that in. Oh yeah. Wow. That's awesome. Really, really good. And it's such a simple little mayonnaise to make. So easy to do it at home. You can put a bit of garlic in there if you wanted to, a bit of seeded mustard, whatever you want to do. But I just like it like that. It's really good. Next thing I got to do is put these into my fryer. Now there's a little trick when we do this. I'll just start the fryer off. A little trick when we do this is that we basically stroke the fish like so along, and what happens is it cooks part of the fish and makes it float and stops it from sticking to the bottom. Otherwise it'll stick to your basket and you'll be in a hell of a mess. You just hold it there, just slightly. Just hold it and then just let it go. Yeah. I've done it before, years and years ago when I was an apprentice. And you go to cook the fish and it all sticks to the basket. And yeah, just the little tricks that we learn as we go along. And then just let go again. Now I'm just going to do these in small batches. Probably just do enough for a portion to serve now. Beautiful. Look at the colour of that fish. How good that fish looks. Beautiful colours. Always have a little absorbent paper to put your fish on. Look at that. When it floats to the top like that, that's when you know it's cooked. And what gives it that beautiful colour is the turmeric that we've put in there. So what I've got to do now is cook my triple cooked chips. Go in with my chips. A couple more minutes and they're going to be absolutely amazing. We used to do these in the restaurant and I couldn't keep up with them. We used to serve them with a dish in the restaurant and people wanted them as a side dish, and in the end I just couldn't keep up with it, so I had to ban people from ordering it as a side dish. That's how popular they were. So you really got to give them a go. So that's that, they're done. Beautiful. Yeah, just going to take these out and let them drain. Sensational. Now I've got a beautiful seasoning that's going to go over the top of these chips too. It'll really lift this dish. So the seasoning that's going to really lift this dish is this barbecue Provençal seasoning from Creole Crush. It really goes so well with chips, and I put plenty on. It's so nice. A little bit of smoky paprika too, just a little bit of smoky paprika. Like some of the things that they do down there, oh, just unbelievable. Give them a bit of a toss round. And they're going to be the best chips you've ever tasted. They are absolutely amazing. So just time to plate them up now. So what I've got to do is just pile these chips up now. Plate it up all fancy. And now I've got some pickled ginger that I'm just going to pop in the middle here. Some of our dressing. Just that. There you have it. Beautiful fish and chips. Got some beautiful flathead there, and absolutely even more tasty brim. Really nice little brim fillets. Put a little bit of garnish of coriander on, and then we've finished. If my wife doesn't get back quickly, I'm going to be eating this myself because it looks too good. Here we go, guys. Beautiful fish and chips with a ginger beer batter. We'll see you every Friday here at The Hook and the Cook. Take care, guys. And don't forget to subscribe.